Hello, everybody. It's good to see so many amazing faces. And I was just a little bit tardy because my computer decided to restart. Does anybody else get to have a fun computer? Just make it mind of its own. It's a blast, I tell you, flat out. For those of you that I haven't had a chance to meet yet, let me pivot a little bit so I can have a better light. My name is Carrie, and I get to live in sunny, warm, amazing Las Vegas, Nevada, and I get to be one of your hosts tonight. So we're going to cover some information about what are ketones, how do you drink it, how do you get them for free, hear a few stories, and then also there's a few of us on here that have kind of just chose to level up just a smidge to share them at a different level because who on here, oh, look at Tracy, I just love your eye contact anytime we're on a Zoom. Like we've all shared something in the past at some point in our life, and this is a really cool space that we get to earn product for free and earn rewards along the way. So we're gonna go ahead and just roll right into our information that we've got set up. And my phone is on some snooze thing. Don't know what that is. And where'd my notes go? There we are, Miss Amber. And yeah, so if you're here with us, we do love seeing faces. I feed off of your energy, and my most amazing co-host in the world is Miss Amber, and we feed off of your energies. And yep, if you are in weather, if you have some weather going on, prayers and good vibes for you too. But give those cameras a quick turn on. And if you are drinking some ketones, what flavor are you drinking? Miss Terry, what flavor are you drinking up there? Stacy, what flavor or what'd you have today? I had my good old trusty heart tart. And we had, what else did I have? I've had Mitoplex today. I had the Ampule. What's the little Ampule text that we were able to buy some yesterday, and that was super fun. I see some berry blues, and then also what's in your not just what's in your shaker cup, but because it's what we're talking about. And where are you watching from? You know that I'm in Las Vegas. Oh, we got a Canadian here, got some Canucks going on, some New Hampshireites. Who else we got here? Some Louisville, Kentucky. Rebecca, we're all going to be in Louisville here soon. SoCal, Illinois, Florida, got some lime time. Ooh, the watermelon. Do you just love watermelon sweets if you haven't had that? Whoever in our research and development nerd herd decided that Jolly Ranchers were the best things to rip off our flavors, I want to hug them and squeeze them and tell them that they're amazing, because we now have, right, Brittany? We have every single Jolly Rancher flavor pretty much ever that we get to drink and actually put us in ketosis. So a little bit about my backstory is I started drinking ketones in September 2017. Prior to finally saying yes to ketones, I was a lump. I was earning a few dollars here and there, and just doing side businesses, side hustles, and had a different business going on at the time. But I would wake up and I made it look like I was living life. And ultimately, I was a bum. I was sad. I didn't get out of bed. I would get up, shower, go back to bed, and do nothing. I had ballooned back up to 322 pounds because my life has been a roller coaster of metabolic craziness, some steep drops, some deep swirls, and all of those things. And somebody finally challenged me enough and loved me enough to say, hey, did you drink? You should try this. And I finally said yes. And I drank that first pack, and my brain lit up like a Christmas tree. My first 6 months, I was able to drop, release, and keep off 45 pounds. My first year, 80. And that was, oh my gosh, it's going to be 5 years in September. And now we get to I'm maintaining and still getting stronger and stronger. My mood is amazing. I sleep better than ever before. And I don't know. What's your favorite? Like, drop your favorite. Like, what's something that you've noticed drinking ketones if you have a story? And if you're new, just drop the word new too. And I'm going to pass this over to my most amazing pigtail rocking friend, Ms. Amber Horn. Just she can introduce herself and share her story and why she's drinking ketones. And yeah, Amber, the floor is yours.
Hello, my name's Amber. Thank you, Carrie. Love your story. Love your energy. I live out in Oregon, and I got totally drenched a little bit ago on a walk. So we went for the pigtails, much better than the way it was looking a minute ago. But I am a mom of 6. I have 2 left at home, identical twin boys that are 17. They keep me on my toes for sure. But I've been drinking ketones and sharing them for about 18 months. Before ketones, just like Carrie talked about, I spent a lot of time in my bed. I had no energy. I weighed about 100 pounds more than I do right now. And I was embarrassed. I was ashamed with how I had let myself go for so many years. And I didn't have the capacity to change. For so many years, I tried different things and I would like lose 20 pounds and then somehow I would gain it back +5. And then I'd go another 6 months and find another gimmick or magical potion or whatever. And I would lose 20 pounds, gain back 20 pounds, +5 or 10. And I kind of went through this cycle for a lot of years. And I got to a point where I pretty much just didn't want to leave the house. You know, I avoided people, places, social situations. And as a mom of 6, you can imagine that the house, the home life was pretty dysfunctional to have a mom that just didn't want to leave and didn't want to see people. So this went on for, I don't know, maybe 10 years of just staying at home and avoiding people because I was just pretty ashamed of who I was. I didn't want my kids to have to say, hey, look at, that's my mom. And obviously that's a huge mental game, which is some other things that I've had to overcome in the last 18 months. So since I've been drinking ketones, everything has changed for me. Life is completely different. I have energy, I have motivation. I'm super proud. Like I go to everything that my kids are involved in. Like I said, I have 2 still left at home and I don't miss anything. I miss so many things for so many years. And I regret that, but there's nothing I can do about it. So we're just moving forward. For example, the boys, they just won the state championship in basketball. And they needed a mom to organize all the food for the week while they were down there. And you better believe I put my hand up. I'm like, I want to do that. For so many years, I watched everyone else do those things. And now I'm the first one to volunteer. And I just want to be involved in everything. And I'm just always just happy and in a good mood and just want to be a part of stuff. We went to Hawaii to visit my oldest son in the fall, never been to Hawaii. And we did all the things. We kayaked, we hiked, we swam, we snorkeled. And it was really interesting and a good realization for me. My oldest son, for most of the days we were there, he kept saying to me, Mom, do you need to take a break? Mom, do you want to sit this one out? Mom, do you want to stay back today? For the whole time we were there. And it got really annoying after a while, but it made me realize that that was the life or the mom that he was used to, just sitting out of everything, not participating, not being a part of anything. And it made me super sad that that was his growing up years, but it also made me happy that he gets to partake in this mom now, the mom that participates, the mom that went snorkeling with him, that rode that paddleboard all the way out to Chinaman Hat and just participates in everything now. And I'm so thankful that I said yes to the opportunity because it literally has changed my life. 18 months ago, I was a totally different person, both physically, emotionally, mentally. I'm living life and I've got a grandkid coming now in the fall. And I'm just super excited to be able to be a participating grandma, not one that sits out on the sidelines, and life is good. And I'm looking forward to everything that that's in my future. So I want to talk a little bit about what these ketones are that have changed my life and has changed Carrie's life. And for those of you that are on the Zoom that have been drinking them for a while, know the impact that it can have. And when we talk about these ketones, I talked about a weight loss story. Carrie talked about a weight loss story, but this is not a weight loss product. What this is it's our beta hydroxybutyrate or ketones, and it's bioidentical to something that your body produces. And your body produces ketones when you're fasting or when you follow a ketogenic diet. But ketogenic diet is like a high fat, moderate protein, low carb. If you do that for a few days and you do it spot on, then your body's going to start producing our beta hydroxybutyrate. And this is bioidentical to that. So your body doesn't know the difference between drinking it or producing it. You're still going to go into ketosis, which is a metabolic fat burning state, and your brain uptakes 30% more oxygen, and then all the awesome benefits come. All right, let's talk about those benefits. Fat loss, better mood, appetite control, better sleep, mental clarity, muscle preservation. So many cool things happen to your body when you're in ketosis. Now you use those tools, you have more energy, you have appetite control, you use those tools, and you can have fat loss on this product, and a lot of people do, but we don't advertise this as a weight loss product, because that's not what it is. It's our beta hydroxybutyrate ketones. It's awesome. You're going to feel amazing when you're in ketosis, and I'm so glad that I said yes, and thankful that it has done major changes in my life. So anyways, let's move on. I have a guest on, or we have a guest on tonight, who's actually seen a lot of fat loss drinking ketones. And he's super inspiring to me. I think you'll really enjoy his story. So Greg, if you wouldn't mind coming off mute and telling us a little bit about your journey with ketones, that would be awesome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Greg. I'm here in Southern California. Yes, I've lost quite a bit of weight. I was 500 pounds. I'm down 240 pounds. Of fat loss. I weigh about 265 now, and wear 38 pants. But my story started I was a big guy, and my son one night in the kitchen, he was like, let's lose some weight. And he wasn't he didn't really need to lose much. And I think he just did it for me, and something clicked. I mean, it's like I try to tell people, you can lose 20 pounds, but to keep it off, it's a mind change. It's a whole lifestyle change. And so I did the ketogenic diet is what I ended up doing. And I had success. I was 502 pounds, and I got down to about 340, 350 pounds. And no, actually it was 439 pounds I got down to, sorry. And I stalled, and I just stalled out, and I couldn't really find anything. And one day I was watching the internet, and ketones came up, and I'm like, I'm doing this keto diet. I don't know if it's hand in hand. I know nothing about it, but I can go do other things and spend money. And I figure, what the heck? I'll put my money into this and see if it works. And I got it in the mail, and I started losing weight again. I felt better, more energy, better focus. I slept better, and the weight just started coming off. And it's I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's exciting. I get excited to share it. I screw up in my talking, but it's real. I'm bought into it. It's something that it happens, and it's consistency. And people, it's just like, you just got to drink one a day. You have to commit, and it's just amazing. I mean, it's something that it's hard to explain until you experience it. And today, I've been drinking it now 2 years. I think it's just coming up to 2 years. It will be May 10th, I think it is for me. I don't miss a day without it. I drink 2, 3, 4 times a day. You don't have to drink one, right, Carrie? Just one a day. But that's my story is I just was that guy. I mean, there was no motivation. There was no movement. You come home from work, you sit there, you don't move. Amber said it. You single yourself out. Kids play baseball, football, basketball. You don't want to go because you just don't want to get off the couch and go do it. Cook dinner. You wait. You ask people to go get you a cup of water. I mean, there's just no. But now it's a whole 180. I'm 260 pounds. I play at a dart league. I bowl in a bowling league on Thursday nights. I do CrossFit 3 times a week. I actually missed tonight. Because I just actually walked in the door from work. But it's the choice. It's just a choice. And ketones are a fantastic tool to get you to your goals. And if you want to create a business on it, you can create a business with an awesome community. And, we have a lot of fun.
So, Greg, quick question for you. First and foremost, I always love hearing your story. Like, if you could pick just one story, it doesn't have to be your favorite, but just something about the community, or like because honestly, the difference in drinking ketones and being a part of any other, because I've done pretty much anything to get my health in order. I've tried it all, wanted it all, because my health has been a roller coaster my entire life. But Greg, what's one story that just kind of stands out to you, like, a 60-second story of just like something that has been like a magical moment for you inside of this community, like as part of our team?
Just, the Arizona last year was pretty cool. We all went to a mastermind in Arizona, a dude ranch, and hung out, and we did a lot of training and things like that. And I'm not a TikTok guy, I'm 48 years old. It's like, I'm a dad. It's like, I never thought, this right here, I never would even imagine me doing this, but the encouragement, the will, the help that is out there. I did a TikTok, my first TikTok video it went viral. I had like 27,000 views or whatever. And they're like, oh my gosh, you got to do another one. You got to do another one. And then, so I had to put another one out there, and then it just goes. It's crazy. It's just the help, the community encouragement. It's like Amber tonight. She calls me, hey, I would love for you to share your story. It's amazing. It's that type. If you want to, it's not like you're in it on your own, but there's that bond between everybody else. There's a whole, it's like, I don't work with Carrie too much, but if I needed help, I know I could contact Carrie for the help. And it's there. And it's the bond and the friendship that you make. And the outings are really cool because you do a lot of fun things, but then you also have the training and to learn about the business and creating everything.
So good. So good. Well, thank you so much, Greg, chiming in all the way from middle of nowhere, Southern California. Drop some love for Greg in the chat. Just the way that he's shifted his body. But I don't know if you heard, it's not just like, yeah, cool, he lost some fat. Yeah, great. He can do all these things now. But like, think about how he thinks. If you have a fat loss story, you know what it feels like to think like you're in that skin, and then being able to now look at life a little bit different, of getting your own bottle of water, getting on a plane without an extension. That was a major win for me when my body started recompositioning. I didn't have to ask the flight attendant for that extra seat belt. But we talked a little bit about ketones. Amber shared it with you, but these are these ketones, and she touched on we call it the good, better, best model. Like, you can get into ketosis with a strict diet. You can get into ketosis with with intermittent fasting or prolonged fasting, or you can get into the best way of getting into ketosis, which is you take one of these, you rip it open, you put it in a bottle, and you drink it. There's no other fuel source that's as easily attainable as pure therapeutic ketones. And these are, and Amber kind of nerded out too, which I love, but these are something that we call 100% bioavailable, meaning your body did not know, it did not make them, right? It did not know. It's like when I get to make one of my grandma's recipes and my mom tries it and she goes, well, this tastes just like my mom's stuff, right? Like she did, obviously she knows because my grandmother's dead, but she knows that she did make it, but it tastes like, so we get to taste memories, right? We get to do that. So that's what these are, and it's how they work easy for you. They put you in ketosis 100% of the time. Guaranteed. You can test your finger, like prick your finger or however else you want to test your blood, and you will have measurable ketones in your blood. And originally, before these came onto market, before the team that started this company, for us to be able to share this conversation, these were exclusive for Navy SEAL divers. These were something formulated to help them serve better and defend better. So quite frankly, if it's good enough for a Navy SEAL diver, it's good enough for me. If it's good enough for the elites of the elites of our military branch here in the United States, then Rebecca, can you hit me on yourself there? I don't have host privileges to do so. And if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So we're gonna keep going with it because why not? In addition to ketones, we have some other support products, is what we call them. We have keto cream, which is designed to be just like an addition of healthy fats into your body. If you have a support product that you love the most, drop it in the chat. I want to see what they are. Is it keto cream? Is it the broth? Is it I mean, keto up or ketones. I know that we all are a big fan of some Mitoplex here, and this is going to be crucial for you to help your body perform at the highest levels it can, especially while you're in ketosis. So a little bit of nerd side, I do love some facts and figures and some science and geeky things. But when you're in ketosis, your body needs to be hydrated. The 3 out of 4 of Americans, Canadians, I think you're all hydrated. I know Brenda's constantly hydrated, and so she's my example of all Canadians. So all Canadians are hydrated, so this statistic doesn't apply to you. But Americans, 3 out of 4 of us are chronically dehydrated. Our body is devoid of, and Aisha, you're basically Canadian up there in North Dakota, so it's totally fine. We need that potassium, we need that magnesium, we need that sodium in order for our system to function. And this little stick here is far beyond just an electrolyte. In here is a little compound called MitoPQ2 in addition to those key electrolytes. And it's meant to fuel your mitochondria or the mitochondria of your cell. Now, you are the composite of trillions of cells all functioning in tandem. It's a big fancy way of saying, I don't know how you believe we got here, but the reality is we're here, right? And so we're all these cells, and if we can fuel the base powerhouse of our cells, the things that helps our cells operate, why wouldn't we perform better? In addition to a little bit of creatine and a little bit of a vitamin D3 for all y'all that live in clouds. Where I live, it's 333 days of summer. Where Amber lives, it rains because it's bored. And so she needs a little extra vitamin D to make sure that her body is functioning. So the Mitoplex is the easiest place to do it. Yeah, and I'd love if you have some questions about some of the products or different things. There's a whole bunch of keyboard warriors in this Zoom right now that can help you out with those. And if we have some time at the end, we'll be able to make it rock. So and depending on who you're working with or who invited you here, most importantly is get ketones in your hands, whether it's a 5-pack to get a taster or 10-pack to see how 10-pack show up in you, or you grab our really cool 10-day drink ketones challenge. Actually, here's a question for everybody. Drop a number 4 in the chat if you are participating or have participated in our Core 4 challenge. Just from drinking ketones, and just by tracking your activity, you are entered to win $10,000. Every single, like we're in the middle of one. It ends next week. And then cycle 3 is going to start all over again. So if you haven't started yet, or if you're looking for a little incentivizing, if shopping at a regular size store doesn't incentivize you, if not having to wear an extension seatbelt on the airplane doesn't incentivize you, then maybe $10,000, your chance to win $10,000. And there's a second place, third place, and everybody gets a participation shaker cup just by doing it. But and Denise, that's a good point. You don't need the food to do Core 4. You just have to eat. Just eat towards your goals. And so it's drinking ketones, getting in a little movement, sharing your story on with a friend or on social media if you know how to do that, whatever platform you enjoy the most. And just there's a little app that comes with it, and it's just an amazing tool that allows for us to even continue on and stay a little more motivated. So ultimately, it doesn't matter what you drink, or it doesn't matter which technologies you start with. But you just grab one and go. Just grab one and start. And the way that I like to say it is let your body be the lab. Because there's Greg, there's Amber, there's me, there's Emily, there's Brenda, there's Janice, there's Ann. There's so many faces on here, and there's so many different types of people. How ketones are going to show up in your life? Well, we're only going to know that once you commit to it. Once you give it a go, a pack a day, like Greg said. I started out with a pack a day and dropped 45 pounds. I didn't even start drinking it, I'll tell you, for the weight loss or for fat loss. I wasn't interested. I was fine, I thought. I didn't realize that, I was being 322 pounds all over again. But that was all a side effect because I loved my mood. I loved to wake up and drink one and then like, whew, this is great. This is a great feeling. And Terry, that's a great question. I'll get to that there at the end. But I'm going to pop it back over to Miss Amber real quick too. So Miss Amber, what's some ways to get started? Do we have any bundle packs? Like, how do I do that? Like, how would you recommend that I get going on drinking my ketones?
Awesome. Yes, I'm excited to talk about this because Prove It has put out these amazing bundle packets. Or let me show you what they are. I can show you on my phone. They're right there on the website. So get back to whoever invited you. The reason these are so awesome is because they have Mitoplex and the 10-day challenge bundled together for an awesome savings. And Mitoplex, in my opinion, is an absolute must to keep you hydrated. You're going to enhance your fat loss experience when you're drinking ketones. A lot of people will say, oh, I'll just have the ketones. Maybe I'll try Mitoplex later. And always they regret it. They always come back for the Mitoplex. And so the fact that they're bundling these products together is huge. And you're going to get a great savings. So the 10-day challenge looks like this. The reason this box is so amazing for those that are starting is because it has a variety of flavors, right? You don't have to pick which flavor to start with. You get to get the variety box. This is the only variety box. Now there is the official 10-day challenge, and there's a little schedule on the side of the box if you want to take the official 10-day challenge, but most people just buy the 10-day challenge and they'll start by drinking one a day. After a few days, I'll add in a second. And they'll just drink the 20 packets. All right. They don't take the official 10-day challenge, but some people do take the official 10-day challenge. It's up to you. So work with whoever invited you to the call, and you can customize a program that's going to work for you and your goals and what your needs are. So I highly recommend. There's a good, better, best bundle. The good bundle comes with 1 box of Mitoplex and 1 box of the 10-day challenge. The better bundles, 2 boxes and 1 box of the Mitoplex. But check it out. You can get all the details. So, but let's talk about Smart Ship. When I first started drinking ketones, my husband's like, okay, those are a little bit more than what I want to pay. So he was like, how do we, like, is there a discount, or like, what are our options here? And so that was one of the first questions I asked. And I found out that if you signed up for Smart Ship, you get the product at 22% off. So, but also as a customer, I could get the product for free. And he's like, okay, what do we need to do for you to get the product for free? Because that was super important to him. And it was important to me too, because we were willing to invest in my health if this product was going to work for me, but it was going to be way better if we didn't have to pay for it. So we went down that road. So signing up for Smart Ship is step 1 to getting free product. When you purchase it for the first time, which is a must, you always have to purchase it for the first time. You put it on Smart Ship, and then from there, you'll always get it 22% off, but you then have the opportunity to get it for free. You get a customer code. If you can find 2 people to use your customer code, and they need to get on Smart Ship too, so they'll have a reoccurring order. Each time their order processes, you'll get the average of those 2 orders in free product. So you can get free ketones as a customer. I mean, that's pretty awesome. So I paid for it one time, and then I was like, all right, I got to find my 2 people. And I just started talking about it. And then people started asking me, what are you doing? Like, you're changing, you're losing weight, you're happier, you're like showing up, you're showing up. And then I started talking about it. People were asking, I don't like selling products. I don't like saying, will you buy this from me? No, that's not me ever. And that's not how we want you to be anyways. So people are just going to start asking you. You're naturally going to be talking about it. Pretty soon you're going to be getting free ketones, and then your husbands are going to be happy. At least that's what happened for me. So anyways, Carrie, I'll get it back to you, and you can talk about what some other options are. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes. And not everybody gets to have the world famous cheapest husband that's ever walked the planet. So, but we love your husband. We love you. Thank you so much for that. So we are going to just shift gears a little bit. So that's drinking ketones. If you let it write your story, like if you let it help you write your story, it's going to be a tool for you. It's going to be a tool in your tool belt to achieve whatever it is that you want: better mood, better sleep, energy, focus, fat loss, muscle preservation, clear skin, better digestion, and so on and so on. And just let it do its work. Getting ketones for free. I'm exactly the same way as Amber. Once I heard that I didn't have to pay for something, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas. I'm the king of comps and coupons. That's how I was raised. If I could do something, I've only paid for 1 Vegas show in my entire life, and I still complain about it today because that was $50 I could have not spent to see a show that I've seen at that time 8 times now 11 times. And so it's we love free stuff, and that's just part of like kind of my conviction, because like, why not? Movies don't pay me to recommend movies, but Aisha's over there like, yep, like get it for free. But then I got a little more bold, because then I found out that there was a rewards plan attached to sharing this conversation. And I'm really, really passionate about this topic because I get to do something that I enjoy, which is that I've learned to enjoy. Let me tell you that way. It's a skill of talking with people, finding out what you need, what you would like to see in your life, and matching them up with the tools or systems that we have, and then be economically rewarded for it. But was doing that already in my life. And then here came this opportunity to give it a go. So before Prove It, I was a lump. I laid in bed. I didn't do much. I didn't have motivation for anything. And then once I saw the opportunity here, it became kind of a no-brainer, because I learned how to talk to people. So I was going to go talk to them. So here's a question for you in the chat. If you've been sharing ketones as a promoter, drop how long it's been for you. And if you are not sharing them yet, just say, still drop the word new, so we can see that. So let's see what we have here. I've personally, it's been September 2017 for me. So that's about 4.5 years at this point. There's Miss Emily drinking and sharing 9 months, 1 year, 18 months, 9 months. We have a whole spectrum of people here that have decided to say yes. And life since Prove It has been pretty fantastic. But who is Prove It? Prove It is a $1 billion brand. We're a globally recognized brand doing business in 28 countries. That our mission statement is to essentially lead with education and leave people better than how we found them. From the top down, bottom up, left, right, all the way over. Oh, Brittany, welcome, brand new promoter 2 days in. That's awesome. Adrian, brand new. And Nadine, I can't wait for you to write your story with the person that invited you here. But we were founded with that purpose of that movement to leave people better, to impact and improve families' well-being, financial stability, and improve lives through technology and innovation. And if you do, when you do decide to become a promoter and share this at a higher level, what do you get with it? Well, you get a whole legal team. You get a whole team designed to protect the brand, to protect you, and protect your interests. I don't know if you know this or not, but on every single box of ketones, there's a federally recognized on the box. Oh, well, is it on here? No, this is the Mitoplex one. But on our ketones, we have 9 patents. Like, we are federally, internationally protected under US patent law for the things that we get to do here. There's a lot of products, like vitamin C is not patented. You can buy it from Walgreens, you can buy it from Amazon, you can buy it from your sister's boyfriend's cousin's trunk, and you're not going to get in trouble for it, or they're not going to get in trouble for it. It's everywhere. But we want to preserve the quality of this conversation, the quality of what we have here, because this is a premium product. This is the Lamborghini of supplements. This is the fuel that your body desires. And well, I love using that analogy. If you choose to treat your body like a Lamborghini, it's going to perform like a Lamborghini. But if you treat it like a 1985 Dodge Caravan that has 900,000 miles on it, well, you're going to get all of that out of your body. So it's a pretty fun. But in addition to that, you get an additional legal team, you get a research and development. Y'all, we just toured a 200,000 square foot facility that is specifically designed to manufacture. It's an FDA approved facility as well that manufacture all of our products. And we have a ridiculous amount of square footage that's been added to support this conversation, to support you in consuming and support you in sharing. It's pretty awesome. Duplicative systems. As part of our team, you have access to groups and websites and information. And when you have a question, we're able to answer that with a resource. Of course, it'll be fine-tuned and tailored to how you want to share this. But ultimately, we have a simple system that everyone can do. If you don't do, like Greg talked about, I never made a TikTok. I don't know why all of a sudden you're Southern. I never made a TikTok before in my life. And he made one and he did it. And then guess what? He got excited, and there was some fear behind it. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't want to do it. Amber accidentally made a couple TikToks because she was being a helicopter parent. Now she has almost like a bazillion million followers, and she gets to impact the world because how she's decided to just share her life and share her story. So it doesn't matter. And then there's like me, like I post every once in a while. I have some friends on there. So it doesn't matter what you're good at now. What matters is what you're willing to learn, what you're willing to do, what you're willing to try. If you are situated in a neighborhood that you know everybody, fantastic. Guess what? I don't talk to that neighbor and I don't talk to that neighbor. And those are my two neighbors. But I'll get on the phone with somebody in Massachusetts. That's fun. So we could do that. And then also the community. Greg talked about the community. We've all kind of dripped on it. And I see so many faces here that we got to hang out with this last week. And it's just been a phenomenal thing. And we get together physically, but we also get together virtually in this aspect. And ultimately, it's your invitation to join, but then B, invite. That's really how promoting works, is inviting to some resources, watching it, learning it for yourself, and then seeing how it works, and then sharing that with a couple friends, couple strangers, and you can see how it's going to work for you. Adrian, their comment is so funny. I love tattoos. My husband says he doesn't have them. You wouldn't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari. Exactly. You don't do that. You do. Even though like I'm covered in tattoos, I'm just like the most decked out Lamborghini in the history of time. But if you do decide to drink ketones like us, like hundreds of millions of people across the globe have, if you do decide to get your product for free, and then you decide to become a promoter, there's some really cool options available for you right now. And it is with our $1 Keto Club. And I did not have the opportunity to join for $1. When the pandemonium struck in the early 2020 and, our corporate team, our field leadership decided, hey, guess what? We're going to do some collaboration here because we have a whole bunch of people that are stuck in the house, stuck with their husbands, stuck with their wives, stuck with their kids, a whole bunch of stuck, and they're going to need what we have. They're going to need some social interaction outside of, because guess what? I mean, my parents live across the street and I cannot meet my parents' social needs for a 24-hour period. I am not designed to do that. It's not my calling. It's not theirs to meet mine. So thank God I had my virtual friends because I couldn't see my physical friends at that time. And so it's just kind of snowballed into this amazing movement called the $1 Keto Club. You can become a promoter. You can start sharing this business and earning rewards for just $1. And there are some fantastic packs that are available. And I saw somebody comment in there, the flavors are so great. Let me share my screen real fast so you can see what we have going on as far as your options. Here we are. And as a promoter, you can see here, we have a couple of our brand builder packs. And I mean, the most popular and the most delicious one, because it comes with 10 different flavors, is our Max pack. It does have the highest investment point, but it also the best dollar return, the best ratio of return when you are retailing, when you are selling some trial packs to your friends and family. Y'all, and a little bit about my business story. I was not in a financial position to grab this box, but I was or this pack, and mine was actually $1,400 at the time. It wasn't amazingly 900 something. But my friend said, hey, well, who do you know that we can talk about and we can get them committed to trying some trial packs before we even order your pack? And so I was able to put together a list of 27 people, and they all said yes. They all sent me money before I had anything to share with them. And I was able to grab my pack and then mail it all out and help start writing stories from there. So I didn't even launch my business using my money. I launched it using Janice's money, my mom and dad's money, my friend Jill's money. And it was just a way. So if you are able to open up your store with products, have you ever been into a McDonald's that doesn't have any like burgers or any fries? Or have you ever been into a Denny's? I don't know why I'm using like the trashiest like restaurants right now. Have you ever been to some vegan restaurant? Like, no, all businesses have supply. All businesses start with something to be able to share. And then whether you can do that in your hands or whether you do that using your, what we call your challenge link or some of the other resources, like you will have product in your hands. And we also rolled out these other really fun limited time offers. If those bundles are just a little much for you, those better and best bundles that Amber was talking about, now you can tack on $1 and start and start earning rewards right out the door. So it does involve sharing, just like any other business. You have to open your doors. We don't pay for advertising. We don't, like, our company doesn't do commercials on TV, commercials on radio, commercials on nothing. You become the commercial. You become the person. When Aisha goes to work, Aisha is one of the most profound and prolific dual professionals I've ever met in my entire life. She's a full-time realtor, full-time prover, and all the time amazing human. And so in her life as a realtor, I'm just sharing your story, didn't have to ask for permission, but I know you know what's up and I know you cool. And in her full life, her career as a realtor, she shares ketones throughout her day. She finds some pockets throughout her day. When she meets somebody, yeah, she's going to match them up with their forever home. Sure. Yeah, she's going to help them sell their house that they have now. However, that's a stressful process. And then she's going to be like, hey, you want to help manage just some of that mood swing you got there? Put this in your shaker cup and drink it. You're going to love it. And so that's a way that she's able to just touch people's lives, all the while being a full-time amazing human in every area of her life. So those are a couple of our packs that we got going on. Miss Amber, you want to just unmute real quick and just like, how did you learn about being a promoter, and then why was it important to you? What was like life like before, and then how is it now being a part of this community?
My apologies, I couldn't hear.
That's your
I'm
cue.
here. Sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't unmute when your screen was up, so I couldn't find the mute button. Yes, Carrie. So like I said earlier, I initially kind of sought out to get free product. And then what happened was I had more than 2 people that were asking about it, that wanted it. So I kind of had to make a decision from there. All right, do I keep going and kind of capitalize on the fact that there's commissions to be made? Or do I like stop sharing the conversation? And in the meantime, people were starting to really benefit from the product. So I kind of wanted to keep sharing because I was impacting lives, and it just kind of snowballed from there. I have a passion for helping other people, and that's what this is about for me. I have made some good commission from being a promoter, but what I've gained personally from the community, as far as where I was 18 months ago, emotionally and mentally, and where I am now, is so huge. This community has helped me so much with my own personal issues, and also my ability to reach out and help other people, and watch them grow and them achieve such greatness in their health journey, is so rewarding to me too. That's more important to me than the money. But I mean, my husband has a good job. And so if I were in a position where I needed the money like to pay our mortgage or to pay the rent, then I would definitely be feeling differently. So I get that too. But this community is everything. And the ability to have the tools to help somebody else is huge. I mean, for example, my doctor gets ketones from me. She buys ketones from me, and she tells me that I've made all the difference in her ability to do her job. When she's at work, she's able to do all of it, like all of her charting, all of her emailing, and see her patients. And she's a single mom. Whereas before she would only see her patients, then she would go home and do all her charting and her emailing and everything else that is in the world of medical care. And she says, thank you for introducing me to this product, because now I get to be a mom when I leave the office. And I'm going, are you kidding? Thank me. The woman who spent so many years at home in bed is now providing an opportunity for a doctor to be more proficient at her job. I mean, that just blows my mind. So just to be able to have the tools to help somebody is huge. This opportunity is incredible. And I'm so thankful that I made that decision and that shift at that moment to continue sharing it.
That's so good. So good. Yeah. And it just keeps growing, and it keeps going and doing. And the key ingredient in Amber's story, and mine, whether it's product or business or a combination of both, or even community, is showing up, is making that decision. And and on the Zoom right now, and I'm so grateful that you've stuck with us through this entire thing, because we know that your time is valuable, and we want to honor that. But there's 3 types of people on here right now. Well, maybe 4. I think there's 4. The first type of person is the one that's already all in. It's already all in, already drinking it, already doing it, already meeting up with people, making friends inside the space. And so if you're one of those, if you're an all-in, 4 of a kind or whatever, maybe you're just a royal flush. I don't know. I don't know where these card analogies are coming from, but thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Like, I'm getting some private DMs, and I do enjoy sharing. I've learned to enjoy to be on Zooms, because my life, I like to be out and about. I like to be outside. I like to be with people. And this was a way that we got to do that. So thank you for that. The next type of person is someone that's just reviewed this information and has decided, you know what, I think I just want to drink it, but I don't want to tell anybody about it. I just want to drink it for myself, see how it's going to transpire in my life, and then do that. I might let my mom know. I might let my dad know. I might let my neighbors know, but I just really want to do it for myself. And if that's you, definitely reach back out to the person that invited you to be here tonight and let them know that you do want to drink it, but that's it. And I don't know how long you're going to keep that a secret, because this is, I don't want to call it the fountain of youth, but it's a pretty great secret that is hard to not share. And so for the next type of person is you know what, I'm excited to drink this. And if I could have some cool, clear directive on where to have my friends and family to send them some information so that way they can drink it so that I can get it for free, because why not? When my friend Dawn said, Carrie, you can get your product for free, I said, okay, let me call my mom and let me call Janice. And I said, Mom, you're going to buy this? And she said, okay. And Janice, I said, Janice and I are good friends too. I said, I think I found our thing. I think we found the next thing that we're going to drink and we're going to love. And she said, okay, because she trusted me and I trusted her. And then that now 4.5 years and thousands of people later, I still get my product for free. Or you're that last type of person, that fourth type of person that's like, you know what? This community is kind of rad. This community is kind of cool. Just like Terry just said right there. Might be a little shy to start with, but once you rip off that Band-Aid, guess what? Once there's a crack in the dam, that water just starts flowing and it's just going to keep going. It's just going to keep going and going and going and going. And that's amazing, Terry. Congratulations. But if you saw something on here that resonated with you, text the person that invited you to be here. Like, hey, I want to be on those Wednesday night calls. I want to be there when there's doctors there. I want to be there when there's fitness and high performance athletes on here. I want to hear more from moms and from dads, from parents, from kids. Like, my mom and dad are here tonight. They're here. Yes, they support me, but they are also building their own business. And it's a pretty amazing thing. So if you're that last type of person, text your friend that invited you here. Said, listen, I really want to learn more about this business. I want to learn how I can earn rewards, and I want to get started and open up my franchise with Prove It Ketones and start sharing it with your friends and family and loved ones, and eventually total strangers. Greg went from sharing it with only people he knew to total strangers on the internet, and now he gets to double down on his rewards, and it's a happier life with a little bit of work. So message your friend, call your friend, send a pigeon, however you want to do it. We do have a full system to walk through. Terry, I see your question there about parties, that we have a learning module for pretty much everything. So get back with the person that invited you here. However you want to share this conversation is totally up to you. We have a system or a resource or a tool to help you with that. But for that, again, my name is Carrie, and on behalf of myself and Miss Amber Horn from up in Oregon, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope that your night is just amazing. And I cannot wait to see how better it shows up for you. And with that, this call is a wrap. Have a good night.